Even though the vineyard is busy, hardly anyone ever goes into the woods anymore. The woods sit quiet, shady, and cool. In fact, it's so quiet in the woods that once in, you can hardly hear the tractors unless you listen very carefully. You can hear the leaves, though, as the wind moves through the trees. You almost always hear one of the abundant squirrels or quail rustling about in the undergrowth. You can definitely hear the wild turkeys gobbling up a storm. Sometimes a deer or fox can be spotted. Rarely, mountain lions, bears, bobcats, and badgers pass through the woods, but they keep to themselves. They move on silently as best they can without being seen. In the trees can be found, among the usual suspects, red-tailed hawks, great-horned owls, flickers, acorn woodpeckers, and red-shouldered hawks. In addition, northern mockingbirds, golden eagles, and bald eagles can be glimpsed on a rare occasion. The car ride from Orinda to the vineyard takes about 2.5 hours. Their journey took the Drapers through Walnut Creek, Vacaville, Davis, and Sacramento before reaching the Sierra foothills and Coloma. That gave Adam and Henry plenty of time to think about what they hoped would be a long visit. It also provided them time for sorting out when they were stopping to eat, who touched who first, checking and rechecking with their parents whether they were there yet, and making slightly exaggerated claims of pain and suffering caused by car boredom, possibly exceeded only by more extreme forms of medieval torture. It wasn't just the ride to the vineyard that was the hard part, it was the get-ready part as well. It was their mother who jump-started the trip with her pre-travel call to arms. "Okay, let's get going, people." First, Adam and Henry had to pack their stuff. Sure, there were extra clothes, but that was just the beginning. There was their football, baseball bat, books, drawing materials, fishing poles, Legos, Pokemon cards, and other not very important things their mother made them take, like toothbrushes. And of course, they had to make sure their rooms were in good shape before they left. A place for everything and everything in its place was the order of the day, like they had never heard that before. As soon as everyone was packed up, zipped up, wrapped up, filled up, and buckled up, they were finally off. Whew! They were tired before they started. As every good vineyard has, their grandfather's vineyard has grapevines. Better yet, it has acres and acres to wander. Additionally, it has some bonuses. There were places to go and things to do. Besides, anything is better than being cooped up in Orinda, thought Adam and Henry. They could almost see the vineyard pond with its rowboat big enough for two, its picnic tables, its waterfall, and its amphitheater. Best of all, thought Adam, there are the woods. Adam, of course, knew that it was not 100-acre woods like in Winnie the Pooh. It was not that big, but it was more than 20 acres. Big enough. A path separates and clearly defines the boundary between the vines and the woods, making it easy to walk around the east side of the woods without going in, if you didn't want to. Adam did. In the woods were a number of tree species, including buckeye, madrone, black oak, live oak, gray pine, and dogwood, just to name a few. Adam and Henry knew that black oak and live oak trees were particularly good for climbing and even building tree houses. Adam and Henry were glad they were on their way. Adam asked, "What are we going to do when we get there?" "How about hiking? How about fishing? How about sports? How about exploring?" said Mrs. Draper. "You've got lots of room to run around. There's plenty to do. Use your imagination. How about that 10K run Grandpa talked about?" said Mr. Draper.